Okay, Jonathan Fibonacci, 10-year mortgage veteran. I know what you're doing. You're Googling Texas A6 loan or Owelty loan. There you go. Boom. Remember, I was a mortgage broker for 10 years. Here I am, Jonathan Fibonacci. I do a ton of photography, videography, YouTubing. But one thing that I know more, in fact, I'm probably the only human. I have done more Texas divorce refinances than any human. Well, I don't know if that's exactly true. I did it for 10 years. Email me, americano417@gmail.com. And let me talk to you about your Texas divorce refinance and an A6 loan and what an Owelty loan is. Remember, in Texas, we're limited to 80%, or you're limited. I'm here in Durango, Colorado. But in Texas, we're limited, or you're limited to 80% of your equity. So where's the collision between a divorce refinance where there's equity on the table, and you got to make sure that you get your divorce refinance as per the decree. But remember, your lawyer is not Fibonacci. So how do you do it? Real simple. You email me 417@gmail.com. You're like, what am I going to do? Well, you're going to spend about $500, $480, $450 in that area. And I'm going to review your Texas divorce refinance with 10 years of experience, because there are so many ways that a Texas divorce refinance can go wrong, because you're doing two really major things simultaneously. You are honoring a decree, a Texas divorce decree, and you are refinancing a home up to 30 years or 15 years or however you choose to do it. So there's all kinds of things that can go wrong, like, are the closing costs, and that's a really big deal, because anyway, like I said, there's tons of ways that your Texas divorce refinance can go wrong. And it's not because, well, I was a mortgage broker for 10 years, and that's one particular loan that you need a lot of experience, and there's all kinds of ways it can go wrong. And the appraisal, and what happens if you order, like, here's one question. Ask your lawyer, and he won't know or she won't know, because lawyers are not thinking about your refinance. They're thinking about, well, how much you're going to pay them. But, again, there's all kinds of ways that can go wrong. So what do? You email me, Jonathan Fibonacci, americano417@gmail.com. Well, in fact, Google mylendingplace.com. That was my company for 10 years. I'm out here in beautiful Durango. Notice the river is kind of low. This is historically a very mild winter, if you care about Colorado weather, but you don't. So anyway, email me, americano417@gmail.com. Spend about $500, and I guarantee you'll save at least $500, because, again, I've done it for 10 years, and I know how the business is run. And that is one loan, the Texas divorce refinance, that you need a ton of experience. Again, honoring the divorce decree, honoring appraised values, and why you need to order two appraisals when you are refinancing your home. You're like, why would I do that? Well, there's a really big reason. Here, listen to this. What if your divorce decree says, okay, you got to pay your ex-spouse or ex-partner $100,000, and you sign that paper because you're thinking about other things like custody and money and alimony. You're not thinking about the refinance and the legalities and the limitations that the A6 loan limits you. So if you order an appraisal on the front end, then you know exactly how much equity is there. So that way, when you are ordered $100,000, but there's only $80,000, we'll see if the divorce decree says $100,000, you owe her $100,000. And in Texas, it's a very woman-friendly state. See, I just saved you, what, $20,000, $10,000? So make sure you know how much equity is in the home before the decree is aligned or is signed. You need an expert. So email me, Jonathan Fibonacci, at americano417@gmail.com. And let me bring my 10 years experience to the table. Save you tons of money, $500. Boom. Look at that. Future Ansel Adams, maybe Anna Leibovitz, helper of men going through, or in fact, even women. We have to, you need an expert with the A6 loan, Texas divorce refinance. It goes by different names. Work with an expert. and email me, americano417@gmail.com. Okay, that was great. Thank you. That was a wrap. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.